everybody! So today I'm going to be doing the Old Wives' Tale gender tag video. I apologize about the kind of poor setting. I don't have a tripod at the moment, so I had to compromise and try to get a somewhat neutral background. I did my best. So if you don't remember from last time, basically what I did is I just did a huge amount of Old Wives' Tales. This time I did 21, and I just tallied them up to see what the Old Wives' Tales say I'm having. So on each side of me, you will see that there is a girl side and a boy side. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. First Old Wives' Tale that I have here is, are your feet colder than usual? If yes, it's a boy. If no, it's a girl. Yes, my feet are always much colder during pregnancy, I've noticed, but it's also winter. I've actually been sleeping with a hot water bottle at my feet every night, so yes, so that means that's a point for boy. Next one, I will be inserting a clip to, and this one I actually used my wedding ring for last time. It's the wedding ring gender test. Basically, you just hold your wedding ring on a string over your belly and see if it sways in a circle or in a line. And I didn't have my wedding ring because it's packed away in a jewelry box right now, so I just decided to use a needle. So I'll go ahead and insert a clip and show you what happened. With me, it looks like it's going back and forth, like side to side. Okay, I would definitely say that's a line this time. Last time it went in a circle, so a line means boy. So as you can see, that is another point for boy. The next one is one that I didn't do in my last pregnancy, but it's sort of similar, but you hold a needle over your wrist, and it's supposed to indicate how many kids you're gonna have and in what order they're going to be, boy and girl wise. So basically you just hold the needle over your wrist and it'll sway in a circle or a line, and it'll just keep going. And then after it's done doing its circle or line, it'll pause and it'll just keep going until it's finished telling you how many kids you're gonna have. So here's what happened when I did it. Okay, well, it's definitely making a circle. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's circling, which indicates that my first is a girl, which is right. So let's see. Once it stops, if it starts doing something else. Hi. Okay, so it's actually starting to stop on its own, which is weird. I didn't expect it to. Now it's totally going across like it did on my belly. Okay, this is starting to kind of freak me out just because I didn't expect it to like stop and go on its own, but I guess that's normal. So, but yeah, it's definitely going back and forth across, and it's starting to get bigger and bigger. Is there gonna be any more, or is that it? Okay, it's circling. So I guess we're having another girl maybe after this? Alright, starting to slow down. This test is freaking me out. It's so weird how it like stops and goes like that. Uh-oh, it's starting to get going again. Okay, we're starting to get another circle. So another girl, oh my goodness. Okay, after this, I think the test should stop. All right, starting to stop now. Please be done, because I don't know if I want more than that. Okay, it definitely seems different than the other times. Well, it's taking longer to get going again, so I'm gonna say that that's it. So as you can see, according to this test, I'm gonna have 3 girls and 1 boy, and the boy is next up in the lineup. So that means there's another point for boy. Next is, are you a high carrier or a low carrier? I am definitely starting to feel like a high carrier. I was comparing bum pictures to my last pregnancy, and it's weird because majority of my pregnancy with Olivia, I carried her very high, and then all of a sudden around this stage, I started carrying her low, and I did until the end of the pregnancy. And this pregnancy, I started carrying super low, and now I'm starting to carry higher. So I'll go ahead and do a little bump shot now. There is the belly now. It's definitely starting to look a lot higher, I feel like. So if you're carrying high, that means you're having a girl, but last time I carried Olivia just like a boy at this stage onward, so who knows. So that is finally a point for girl. Next is, are your hands drier than usual? Yes, my hands are really, really dry right now. I don't know if it's because of the weather, but I'm finding I'm having to use like shea butter on my hands like at least 4 or 5 times a day. So if yes, that means you're having a boy. If no, you're you're having a girl, so that's another point for boy. Next is if there is a V shape under your left eye, that means you are having a girl, and if not, that means you're having a boy, and there is no V shape under my left eye. Next is the infamous cravings one. Are you craving salty or savory? At this point in my pregnancy, I'm not really craving either or. My diet's pretty neutral now. I feel like majority of the cravings come in the beginning and in the end, and in the beginning, I actually went off sweets almost completely, and I was all about sour things and salty things, so that means I'm having a boy. Next is the Chinese gender chart, and be sure that you use your lunar age. So according to the Chinese gender chart, I am having a boy. Next one is one that my mom and my sister talk about a lot, and that is, are you glowing or are you feeling uglier? I honestly feel like I'm a little bit uglier this pregnancy. I feel like I have more blemishes than I did my pregnancy with Olivia. So the old wives' tale says, if it's a girl, she sucks your beauty from you, and if it's a boy, you tend to glow. So I am feeling uglier, so I'm guessing that means that I'm having a girl. Next one is about your dreams. If you've dreamt about your baby and you've dreamt about what gender it is, and I recently have dreamt that I had a baby girl, that actually means that you're having the opposite of what you dreamt. So according to this old wives' tale, I am having a boy. Next is morning sickness. Lots of morning sickness means girl, and no morning sickness means boy, and I would definitely say I've had a lot of morning sickness in the first trimester, more so than I did in my last pregnancy, so that indicates girl. Next is the red cabbage test, and I did do it, and I will post a picture of it, and basically I feel like this test looked kind of neutral. It looked kind of red, it looked kind of purple. If it turns red, that means it's a boy, or if it turns like a purpley blue or black, it's a girl. My last pregnancy, it was a purpley blue black, and it was correct for us. This pregnancy is significantly lighter, but I feel like it does look purple, so I asked you guys on Facebook, what do you think? Do you think it's a boy or girl result? And most of you guys said I should go with a boy result, especially comparing it to my last pregnancy. So that's another point for boy. Next is more headaches indicate boy and less headaches indicate girl, and I have definitely been suffering from headaches much more than in my first pregnancy. Nothing severe, but I have noticed a lot more headaches. Next is, are you clumsy or do you walk with grace? If you're clumsy, you're having a boy, and if you are walking with grace, you're having a girl. I'm always clumsy, and pregnancy always makes me clumsier, so that would be a boy point again. Next is another one I will insert a clip to, and that is the fork and spoon test. Right. So I'm really feeling this guy right here. So let's see what we got. There's a spoon, so that means girl. So as you can see, according to this test, I'm having a girl. Next one is about my boobs. Everybody tends to typically have one boob that's bigger than the other by just a little bit or maybe a lot. But in my case, my left boob has always, my whole life, been slightly bigger than my right boob. And that's just how it is. So if your left boob is the bigger one, that means you're having a girl. And if your right boob is the bigger one, you're having a boy. So according to this old wives' tale, I'm having a girl. Next one is about the dad, and has the dad gained any weight? No, he has not. If the dad has gained weight, that means it's a girl. If the dad hasn't, that means it's a boy. So he hasn't, so that's a boy result. What is my preferred side to sleep on? My favorite side to sleep on this pregnancy has definitely been my left. I've been noticing I've definitely gravitated more towards my left because I am waking up with my left arm totally numb and asleep, and also the left side of my face will be totally red because of lack of circulation. Next is baby's heart rate. Baby's heart was beating at 138 beats per minute the last time we had checked. So the old wives' tale says if it's above 150 beats per minute, it's a girl, and if it's below, it's a boy. So that's another result for boy. Next one, which I will also be inserting another clip to, is the baking soda gender test. This one, you basically mix your urine with baking soda, and if it fizzes a lot, that means it's a boy. If it fizzes just a little bit or hardly at all, that means it's a girl. So let's see what happened. Whoa, we're definitely getting some fizz action. As you can see, it fizzed a lot, so that's another boy result. Last one is one that's a pretty popular one, and that's not really an old wives' tale. It's an over-the-counter gender test, and it indicates if you're having a boy or girl by peeing into it, and it changes color. If it turns like green, that means it's a boy, and if it turns gold or yellow, it's a girl. In my case, it was definitely more on the green side, as you can probably see. So I did a total of 21 old wives' tales, and as you guys can see, the boy side has completely completely slaughtered the girl side this time. If you want to see how this old wives' tale thing worked out for me last time, you can go check it out. The last time my old wives' tales were completely a tie with Olivia. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it fun. I am not taking it too seriously or too much at heart. But, you know, it was fun to do, and I would love to see what happens with you guys. Leave me video responses below, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!